Welcome to another episode of Chattin with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today I got Anthony Cayucci. What's up, man?
What's up, brother?
I'm good, man. You know, getting things done.
I hear you.
So, you got a real interesting story, man. And first off, I want to say I'm sorry about your wife.
I appreciate it.
It's pretty sad, man.
Yeah, it's you know, what are you gonna do? But a lot of people say, you know, she's in a better place, but you know, I know she is. I really do. So that's the only thing that gives me comfort, because she suffered from migraines. I mean, if people don't know what a migraine is, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. Boy, that's like putting someone's heads in a fucking vice, and
you can't stop it.
No, and she didn't get them for a day. She had a migraine once. It was fucking a month long. Any one of us would have killed ourselves. I mean, you just can't. But because you have a daughter, you're like, all right, I'll go through it. Pain pills don't work. None of that shit. It just doesn't work. You can dope someone up. Either you're doped up, or so it's not a way to live. And she had them for a long time. And when she passed, and I mean, it was quick. I got videos of her. That night, we were doing Mafia Made for fucking 6 hours. Me and her breaking balls, laughing our balls off.
I know. I was watching them, man. I was
5 o'clock in the morning. She goes up. She yells down, "Hey, give fucking Natty, the rat, give him a pillow, give him a blanket, and give him a blanket." And she goes, "Come up and give me a kiss." So I'll be there, 10 minutes. 10 minutes, I go up there. She's laying down. I went up there first, right? And she's laying down. She goes, "Make sure you come back and give me a kiss." And I go back 10 minutes later, and she's laying in the same position. I'm like, "Hey, damn, you fell asleep quick." And I just go, get up, back it up. She's laying there. I'm like, "Fucking wake up, motherfucker, wake up." And she just doesn't move. I'm like, "Wait a minute." So I look at her real close. I check her pulse. Now you're nervous. I'm nervous, right? So I can feel my fucking heartbeat because I'm checking her. I can feel mine. So I'm like, "Oh shit. Okay, that's not working." So then I go to listen to her heart, and I can still hear my own fucking heartbeat. So then I went like this to open her eyes, and they were just fucking like that. And I was like, fuck. Pulled her off the bed. I pulled her off the bed, CPR. Thank God I had that didn't help, but I had my phone on me. I fucking put on speaker 911 and just fucking CPR for 15 fucking minutes. Nothing. They fucking got called for the autopsy. They said, "We don't know. Her body was in perfect condition." I'm like,
so they don't know? They still don't know?
Had nothing. No aneurysm. I thought it was an aneurysm. Her parents thought it was going to be an aneurysm because of the migraines can trigger an aneurysm at any time.
Yeah.
I was just waiting because it was so fast. And, she was just laying there like she was asleep. And we were figuring aneurysm. They said, "No aneurysm." I said, "No aneurysm." "Well, what was it?" And they didn't even want to say. I was like, "Well, fucking tell me something." They said, "We got nothing." Her body was in perfect shape. I'm like, "Oh."
She was young, too.
41, 42, 41.
Same age as me, man. I'm 42.
And I still got the videos. Maybe one day I'll put them out because, boy, was she good that night. She was on the money. Boy, she broke Sammy the Bull's balls so good. I was like, "Oh my God." And she did it with class, with funny, not just rat, just good stuff. Good Australian humor. It's completely different humor, So
she was funny, man.
She's a funny fucker, huh?
Yeah. I was watching a lot of your shows when she was on there. It was good.
Yeah.
I was like thinking about getting a female co-host too, man. I was gonna.
If you get one because the difference was if you can get one to break balls, right? Because that's what we do. We're Italians, that's what we do. So when I met her, I broke her balls, and she hung around with the guys, and she knew how to break them right the fuck back. She didn't fucking lay off me at all. I mean, to the point where I was laughing, but she had me good. I mean, she fucking ruined me on video, but I'm not gonna not put it up because.
How long were you with her for?
I met her in Tokyo. And up until I met her in 98 in Japan. I was a couple years with her in Japan, and then I got busted by the feds, and then I went away for 10 years. So
in your book, right? You go to Japan, and then it stops there, right?
That's where the book stops, is when I get into Japan. So she's the first person I met when I got there. But I also had a girlfriend at the time, but that's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
But then I start seeing her and I get arrested and she has no clue where I'm at.
Did you know you had things coming up the pipe? Like,
no, I mean, I was gone for almost 5 years. I was, new passport, knew everything. And she didn't even know my real name. I told her Anthony Piscano. I made a bullshit name because I was on the run. I wasn't telling anybody anything.
Yeah.
And when I got pinched, she's calling my phone, no answer. She flies back to Tokyo. And since I was running the drug business over there, all the competition said, "Oh, he's dead," or something happened. A lot of them told her she thought I was dead. So a couple years go by, and I'm locked up in federal prison.
How long were you locked up there?
In Tokyo for about 6 months.
How was it for you being in Tokyo?
Well, the worst, the jail?
Yeah, like the whole situation, them grabbing you to.
The worst part was not knowing what's coming, because I knew I had a case in the United States and there's no getting around it. You're getting extradited. You can fight it all you want. We have an extradition treaty with Japan. You're fucking wasting your time fighting it. But I was waiting for charges. I didn't want Japanese charges. Then you're going to do your time in Japan. Then you got to go back to the state and tell the judge, "Well, Your Honor, I was on the run, but I was a good boy." No, you're on the run, but you're selling drugs again. But the judge ain't going to look at that very nice, right?
So they caught you selling drugs there?
No, they were trying to catch me. And they got really close. When they arrested me, I just told the story. When they arrested me, I had nothing on me. Nothing. I was actually I ran for, I'd say, a good 150 yard dash as fast as I could. And there had to be 30 cops, but they had suits on, like Fed suits. These were Japanese feds. Probably a few of our agents were there and a couple of their SWAT team people. But when I leave this club, it was on a Sunday, but it was on a day where, it was like 8 o'clock in the morning and it was ghost town. I mean, the shutters are down. It's like New York. Shutters are down. There's nothing. There's not a car in the road. And I walk out of this club and right in front of me, parked on the curb, there's 1, 2, 3 cars. And each car has 5 people, guys in it, right? And they've got they're jumpsuits. They're blue jumpsuits. They zipper up and it's got the police symbol on the left arm.
Yeah.
And I go, fuck, these are all cops just sitting right there. But they're not making a move. They're not moving. Yeah. They're not moving. They're just sitting there. They could have, had me. They could have just waited at the front door when I walked out and grabbed me, but they didn't. So I walk out and I see this and I'm with my Iranian buddy. He goes, "You see this?" I go, "Yeah, I see this." He goes, "You go left, I go right." So I walked across the street. I've got a fake passport. I've got 20,000. It's 20,000 US. It was Japanese money, but it was equivalent to 20,000 US. And I don't know, an ounce of powder on me just for fucking friends and shit, partying around, fucking girls, who knows. So I look to the left and there's, 10, 15 guys dressed in black business suits. And they're just standing there. They're literally doing this. Looking around, like pretending I don't fucking see them. I mean, do something. There's no bus, there's no taxis, there's no nothing. They're just looking around like, okay, I'm looking at them and going, that don't look right. Then I look down at the other end of the road and there's the same fuckers, but they're a block away doing the same thing, black suits. I'm like, fuck. So I pull up, taxi stops. Now I got this coke on me and I got the money on me. So the taxi opens the door and I put my foot in, and when they shut the door, over the actually driver controls the door. You're locked in. You ain't getting out until you pay.
Really?
Right? Yeah,
that's how it is. Yeah. Oh, that's how it is out there?
Yeah. You get in, there's the glass, and they shut the fucking door. Right? So I get in, I put my foot in, and something says, don't go. They're gonna shut that door and you're done. Bam. But then I thought again, well, fuck, why didn't they just get me anyway? So I get out of the taxi and something just says run. Now, when I fucking started running, I ran the long way because the cops are right here. So I ran the long way down the middle of you got a 4-lane highway, 2 ways this way, 2 way that way. I'm running right down the middle as fast as I can. And there's only so much gas you have until you fucking kaputs, right?
Of course.
I'm fucking going as fast as I can with dress shoes on with a slick bottom, but I'm trucking with a suit, with a fucking suit, right? I'm trucking out. Now, in front of me is the other Japanese in their suits, and now we're going head on. So I'm going at them, and a little bit of footwork, football, and fucking in and out. It was like, something out of Super Bowl Sunday. I get through them, and I can't keep running straight. I turn right. There's a Subway sandwich shop on the corner, like our sandwich Subway.
Yeah.
I bang her right. And as I get around Subway, I take the first left, which is the alleyway of Subway. So there's a wall that's probably, I don't know, 8 feet. It's an 8-foot cement wall, just cinder block. And then after the top of the wall was a chain link fence. So I figure I'm just going to run, put my foot on the wall, grab the fence and get over. I'm pretty athletic. I can do that. Well, I got these slippery fucking shoes on, and the walls got mildew all over it too, right?
What's good, everybody? I know you guys like that one, so I'm going to play part 2 right now for you guys. Stick around. I'm putting it on right now. Hope everyone's having a great day. I got some good things planned. Here's part 2. Shout out to Bruno. Welcome to another episode of Chattin with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill. Hold on, let me start it over real quick. Shout out to Bruno. So this is a 3-part interview. There's a lot more to come, so stay tuned. Hit the like button, subscribe, and notification bell. Put the bell on all so you get all my videos. And if you can, donate to the channel. When I get Cash Apps, Venmo, PayPal, I put it right back into the channel. I'm not like these other douchebags. I do constructive things with my money, not destructive things. But stay tuned. Let's get it popped. Welcome to another episode of Chattin with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today I got Anthony Cayucci.
So I'm going, and I was ahead of these guys. I had them.
Yeah.
I run, I put my foot in that wall, and bam, right into the fucking wall I go. Land on my ass, right? I get up, and they're coming around the corner. Now, I'm not a good jumper, right? I can't jump that fucking high. I literally say a prayer. I said, please, Jesus. And I jumped, and I caught the bottom of that fucking wall. Then I got the fence, and I climbed over. I got retard strength now.
And these dudes are all trying to get you.
Climbing over the fence like a goddamn gorilla. I get over the fence. I reach down my pants. I got the fucking yayo on me. I get rid of that. And, the best part, when I was turning that corner into Subway, the corner into Subway. I got the 20 grand in my pocket. This shit would never happen to anyone. As I'm running, I got my jacket on. As I'm running, my hand hits the fucking money, and it flies in the fucking every single bill, not half, all of it. Boom, it goes in the air, and it rains like fucking Christmas tree, right? And my passport, everything comes out. But I'm not thinking about that. I could care less. I get around the back of Subway, smack into the wall, get over the fence, throw the dope, run another, not even just a couple buildings, and I turn left, cross the street again, and get into a building. And I thought I was going to drop dead. My heart rate was so fast. I pushed a button on an elevator, and there's these Japanese people, and I'm sweating like a fucking whore in church here. I mean, I'm soaked. I can't even talk. I got my hands on my knees, and they're looking at me. And Japanese are really polite. They're like, and I pushed a button. I go to the 3rd floor. Barely able to walk. I see restroom. I don't give a fuck whose it is. It's a ladies' restroom. I walk in. There's a stall, and I lay next to the toilet bowl. I'm on the floor. I'm done. And I'm thinking, fucking, your heart needs to slow down. Your heart needs to slow down. Boom, 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 boom. I was so fucking thirsty. I flushed the toilet and drank right out of the goddamn toilet bowl.
You gotta do what you gotta
Right
do,
out,
man.
I'm fucking drinking out of the toilet bowl. About 25 minutes later, they found me. Had I had the strength to get up, I'd have been gone. I had nothing left.
Yeah, but where could you have gone though?
Well, I was in a building. All I had to do was get out and get into another taxi and take off. I literally couldn't even lift the pinky. I was sitting there trying to just lift my finger up. I had nothing left. And my heart's going da 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 da. Never so fast in my life. And I've had my heart
the night before. What were you doing the night before? Partying and everything?
I was fucking just at a club with, people hanging out, having a couple drinks,
Yeah.
But that sprint, boy, that was it wasn't 100 yards. It was more. It was a fucking.
Did you have yourself like established out there and like have a house and everything?
I had 3 houses, not like houses, but we rented them because one was for where I lived. The other one was the dope house. And then we had a fucking house where we were growing weed in. So yeah, I had quite a few places. The house I was living in, I had 2 keys of coke, but we had it buried outside. So the Japanese law is different. If it's outside, it doesn't belong to you. Isn't that great? And
hell yeah.
It ain't mine. So I had it buried.
Is that with weapons too?
Weapons, they don't play with weapons. They don't even, you get caught with a bullet over there, you're in trouble. I mean, they don't fuck around with guns.
Yeah, felons out here, if you get caught with a bullet, you're done.
Yeah, I mean, even
in Connecticut, I know that. They don't play.
So I ended up getting caught, and make a long story short, because it's a long fucking story. I go back to Japan, but I mean, back to the States, but there's this whole thing that happened inside the police station. I mean, we can go on for fucking 45 minutes about this. And I'm sitting there, and there's this Japanese dude who tells me he's a cop, and it's ended up fucking FBI the whole time. He's Japanese, but he's American. You can't tell. Perfect.
Yeah.
He was speaking Japanese the whole time. And he had a translator pretending he didn't understand. And he's a Japanese cop. And he's going, oh, blah, blah. And the rule over there, the law is if you're not arrested for the crime, they can't ask you any questions about it. So I was arrested for, get this, trespassing, because I went into that building.
Oh, the building with the bathroom.
The building that I was running into, sweaty, dying. They're arresting me for trespassing, but they're trying to get me to say something different because they can't ask me about anything but trespassing. I threw the drugs. The money was in the street. They didn't mention that. I'm going back and forth. And I said, they go, you're being charged with trespassing. I was like, trespassing? How do you plead? Guilty, guilty, guilty. Fucking send me that's it. Let's go. Trespassing. Because
that's what you told them, right? When they said that?
They said trespassing. What's going to happen for trespassing? Here, you get a slap on the wrist for trespassing. I didn't fucking trespassing. I was waiting for them to say,
don't come back.
Or who knows, fucking some cockamamie shit they were going to. But when they said trespassing, guilty. Let's fucking guilty. Let's go to the court right now.
Drugs out there, they'll execute you, huh?
Not Japan. I didn't know. Tokyo, not Tokyo, Taiwan.
Thailand, Thailand, all that.
Thailand, Taiwan, Singapore, fucking Indonesia, forget. Yeah. But Japan, no. Japan's a little more, they're more like us. They don't have death penalty for that shit. No. But as far as the cell went, the jail cell, I'm in a fucking 10 by 10, 4 guys, none of them speak English. We're all sitting on the floor all day. And you don't go outside. There's no 23 hours a day and you need to go outside for 1 hour a day. No, you're fucking stuck inside. You get a shower once every 10 days.
What?
Well, they figure you're not dirty. You didn't do anything. You're sitting on your ass. You don't need a fucking shower.
You can't even walk around during the day?
You can walk in a circle inside your cell. And it's literally enough for 4 people to lay on the ground. They give you a little futon. They take it away in the morning and they give it to you at night. So you lay on this little skinny fucking thing. Yeah. But I tell you, when they let you take your bath, it's the whole cell goes in at the same time. It's like a little miniature Japanese bathhouse, but it's inside the jail. And they let you hang out for about 3 hours in a fucking long ass bathtub.
I mean, do they have any amenities in there? Like, how is the food?
Zero. Oh, that's a great fucking question. You're not going to believe this. Breakfast, white rice, a little cup of white rice, and a bowl of miso soup, right? Breakfast. Lunch, fucking identical. White rice, miso soup. You're there and you say, I will never fucking eat this again. But every day you have to eat it. They don't give you nothing else. White rice, a bowl of miso soup, no seconds. White rice. And at night, you get white rice, miso soup, and the smallest piece of maybe tofu for your protein, which is nasty. Every day, nothing different. No menu, nothing different.
They don't give you like water. You can't drink water.
Yeah, you get water, but that's it. But the soup, the miso soup, the white rice, that's it. You don't even know to need it. You don't need to go to the bathroom. You don't need to because there's not enough food to come out.
That's really insane, man.
I went to the bathroom once in 10 days. Like,
and they don't even let you. Do they let you make phone calls? There's nothing for entertainment in there.
Nothing. Not a fucking thing. And because of my case, some people had visitors, and I couldn't, because I had a Chinaman in the fucking cell with me from China. I don't know what the fuck he did, and 2 Japanese. They were allowed to visit. The family was allowed to visit them because of my case. I don't know what the reason was, because they didn't understand what they were saying. I couldn't have visitors. I can only speak to my Japanese lawyer, who ended up fucking me, but thank God I was smarter than he was. I had to see him, write letters. He had to give them to my girlfriend. Well, then they ended up photocopying the letters and giving them to the fucking FBI.
Oh, man.
But I put everything in code. So I had them running in circles just in case, because the lawyer told me, whatever you tell us, it's between me and you. I said, like the U.S., it's confidential, right? Between me and the attorney. He goes, yes. Well, he took every letter I did and photocopied it and gave it to goddamn fucking Federation.
That's crazy, man. Stuff like that can't happen here. No. I mean, I'm sure it does happen, but not like.
No, you can't do that shit here. But it's Japan, and they probably said, look, he's getting extradited. He's getting out of here. You know, I paid this fucking. They ended up, but thank God I didn't, because I had a lot of shit to tell my girlfriend who was over there at the time to, you know, go do this, go talk to that guy, check this out, and put it in code. And thank God she was smart enough to understand what the fuck I was saying.
Yeah, like grab this money, do that.
Right. I said, go by the park where Jesse works, get the scooter, talk to the Jap. She knew who the Jap was. I said, tell him the scooter's there. He knows what the scooter looked like because his boy put it in his boy's name. And she calls, she writes back, there's no scooter. I said, what do you mean? There's 5,000 fucking ecstasy pills in the scooter. I go, what do you mean there's no scooter? It's not there. We looked twice. Now I'm thinking, fuck, they got the scooter. I'm waiting. Now I'm in there they say in 21 days, I'll know what my charge is. The first one, they said trespassing, but they got 21 days to charge me with something else. That was a long 21 days. So at the end, it's trespassing. When I'm on the plane with the federal agents, they say, well, if you're one lucky son of a bitch. I said, well, why is that? If you don't think we got those ecstasies, I go, what ecstasies? Well, you had 4,990, whatever the number was, because I took a few out. And he goes, I had fingerprints all over it, had your international driver's license. He goes, but because you were in Japan and they weren't in your possession, they couldn't charge you with them.